Hi, you guys. I just wanted to touch base with everybody and talk a little bit about um, part of why I love what I do. And a big part of that is the contracts. There are so many situations and problems that arise simply because the agreements that we want to make with other people are not documented at all. I think 90% of the problems that we have with other breeders or buyers could be saved just by using a contract, because a lot of the time when we enter into agreements with another breeder or someone buying a puppy or selling one of our adults or a guardian, these contracts are not executed and fulfilled at the moment that they are signed, which means everybody doesn't go home happy the second that the signature is on the dotted line. These contracts, like a puppy back or a stud contract, a guardian contract, the sale of your adult, these things happen over the course of a year. And we're all human. We tend to forget what we wanted to agree to. And that is what causes a lot of the disagreements and the arguments between breeders or us and our buyers. We want to make sure that, we're understanding and remembering what we agreed to and having a document that we can look back on and say, yeah, this is what was said, this is what we agreed to. Not only just that, but I want all of my clients to have access to a non-disclosure agreement. That is so important when you are working with outside companies or people. If you have, I have a huge Facebook group, and I had a gal contact me, and she said that she worked for a dog breeder, helping them take care of their puppies. And then she proceeded to tell me that this person, this breeder, should not be allowed in my group because she was a puppy mill. And I said, okay, can you send me some pictures? And she said, yes, I took pictures of her entire facility. Here they are. And she sent me these pictures, and they were clean as could be. Every puppy was in a clean environment. There was some kibble on the floor next to the dish. And I just sent her some pictures of a puppy mill where, dogs were standing in feces. And I just said, if for me to be concerned, I need to see some actual bad conditions. And I'm not seeing that in these pictures. And I just realized that maybe they had a disagreement, and this gal that worked for the breeder was actually trying to just be a detriment to the breeder that she worked for, possibly because she was disgruntled about something, but there was no issue there. But that gal really tried to take pictures of this woman's facility and share those in order to hurt this breeder. And I'm guarantee I'm not the only one that this gal contacted. We want to make it illegal for people to do that to you. Okay, this non-disclosure agreement is unilateral. It protects both parties, which means the breeder can't disclose information about the person working for her. So if you have somebody working on your website, if you have someone that is going to help you with your marketing, if you have somebody that's going to learn anything about your business, they need to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I can't stress this enough. This is the one that I see most often that as business people we're not using. And this is part of becoming a professional breeder, showing the world that we are serious about what we do. We are professionals at what we do, and we expect to be treated as such. So anyways, all my clients are going to get all of these forms on their website ready to use. A very, and they're all customizable as well. So we're putting up these general forms. A lot of them are very detailed, and then we just go in and make edits to each line and each thing according to what you desire. Now, these forms are not guaranteed to legally be binding in your state. I see a lot of breeders that try to make these contracts that actually do not adhere to the laws of their state, which means if you're trying to redefine what ownership means in your state, you can't do that. You can't supersede your state law. Anyways, bear that in mind. But there is a precedent here. Whether it will hold up in court is up to the judge. But we have these things back to look on. We have a sales receipt. Let's say somebody wants to make 5 payments. You go fill out the receipt and it will email them a copy of the receipt every time you fill it out, every time they make a payment. A pick of litter contract, a stud contract, the in-person non-disclosure, which means you pull out your iPad and both of you guys are going to sign this. We've got the puppy application. Gather your client's information. Let's find out what they're looking for and have a record and find out right up front if they want to breed this dog. That's a great one to have. I also have form abandonment on this software, which means if somebody goes to fill out the puppy application and they stop halfway through, if they typed in that email address at the beginning of the form, you will capture that information and be able to contact them and say, hey, I see you started to fill out this form on my website. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. An ownership change form. That is an AKC compliant form. If you've ever been inspected by AKC, if you sell one of your adults that is AKC registered, you are required to have that documentation on hand and have certain information like the AKC number, microchip number if there is. This one is AKC compliant. I personally have been inspected for my Yorkie breeding program by AKC, and I wanted to make sure that my clients are prepared to pass their inspections by AKC. A guardian contract. This can be edited to fulfill what you want in a guardian home. The puppy back contract. This is another important one that takes, a year to come to fruition. Let's not forget what the terms are. Let's detail what happens if there's only one puppy born. These are things that people don't think about when they're making agreements with other breeders that give rise to broken relationships. And our relationships with other breeders are very important. We have to work together to better the breed, to achieve our breeding goals. And this is where the breakdown of those relationships can happen. So let's avoid that. The adult sell contract. This is a great one to express to people who are getting our adults what they mean to us, how important they are to us, and that we want them to be cared for. This is probably one of the hardest things that we have to do as breeders, letting our adults go. And then just your regular contact form that has anti-spam protection, so you're not being spammed by your forms. Anyways, I just wanted to go through these forms and show you what all of our clients are going to receive with every single website that they get from now on. I haven't offered that in the past, but I have gone through and made these very usable for anyone. It doesn't have my personal business name in them. It has very generic terms so that they can be applied and customized to anyone's business. Thank you so much for considering Devil's Ridge. I look forward to hearing from you and helping you better your program. And more than that, sell your puppies for more because you deserve it.